Hello and welcome to Dabbling in Journals. I'm really excited today because I'm celebrating, and the reason that I'm celebrating is because I am enjoying my YouTube channel so much. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who's watched my videos. I'm also really grateful for all the lovely, kind, supportive, interesting comments that you've been posting on my video. I do read them all and I try to reply to them all. If I miss you, it's a pure accident. I try to reply to all my comments because that is part of the fun of doing YouTube for me. And I wanted to mark this celebration by doing a giveaway. Now, sadly, I can't give every one of my viewers a gift, but I thought it would be fun to have a little competition for a giveaway just to celebrate how much I'm enjoying my channels thus far. So I'm sure you want to know what it is that I'm giving away. Shall I tell you now? Shall I make you wait? No, I will tell you now. So I have decided that a little beginning journaling pack would be a nice gift to give away. So I have purchased this traveller's notebook. This is in the passport size in the colour camel from Travellers Company Japan. I don't want to open it up because I want the person who receives it to be able to have the fun of opening it up, because I really love unboxing. When I get a new traveller's notebook, I really love opening it up and saving all the sort of packaging and such like. But I will show you mine. Now, bearing in mind mine's very old, so it's developed a lot of patina from use. It's got a lot darker in colour. It's covered in scratches. It's got this lovely dark edge developing where I open and close it, and that's one of the things I love about Travellers Company notebooks, is the rustic look that develops over time. So if you would like to win one of these Travellers notebooks, then keep watching and I'll tell you how. The other thing that I wanted to include in the giveaway is one of these new Travellers Notebook B-side and Rarities sticker release paper inserts. Wow, that was a mouthful. These have just come out, well, fairly recently, and I've been very impressed with them. I really like them. I think they're fun. Again, I don't want to open it, but I will show you mine in case you haven't seen them. So I have one in my Traveller's Notebook here, which is a pocket size, but I've got the passport sticker booklet in here, and it has the traditional Traveller's Notebook box in the front, and then it goes into this shiny sticker release paper that you can just put your stickers on, and then you can use them in your journal whenever you want to. And it's really good for saving stickers where you've only got one or two left on a sheet, or if you just want to have lots to carry around with you. And they just peel off very easily, and you use them in your journal, or you can keep them stuck safe inside here. So I think that's really cool. So I've included one of those. Now, I should have said that the Traveller's Notebook itself, which is leather, I should make that clear just in case you're vegetarian or vegan. This is a leather notebook, and it does have an insert in it. It has a plain passport size insert in it, so it's all ready to go. So you'd have your notebook, you'd have your insert, you'd have a place to keep your stickers, and last but not least, maybe least, I don't know, I have one of these Travellers Company craft folders to include, and I have opened this, and the reason that I've opened this is because I intend to fill it up with little bits and pieces, a few little surprises and some ephemera and so on. Now, what I wanted to do was show you how I make ephemera, and to ask you if you should win. Let me move this out of the way. Would you like me to include some ephemera like this that you could decorate yourself? So I have, for example, for people who like steampunky stuff, I have cogs, I have just random shapes, I have little sort of tickets and frames and love hearts and so on. And I've cut these out using a die cutting machine. So if you have one of those, you know you can cut out shapes very easily. If you don't have a die cutting machine and you want to make your own ephemera, an alternative, or a cheaper alternative, is to buy little punches. So for example, this flower shape I cut out using this little punch. And obviously once you've bought it, then they're fairly inexpensive. You can create lots and lots of little flowers or whatever shape it is that you want to use. And also, if you don't want to decorate craft paper like I've used here, you can use patterned paper and punch out your shapes, and then they're already sort of coloured. So what I thought I would do in the remainder of this video is show you some of the ways in which I decorate this kind of ephemera that I cut out myself, so that it might give you some ideas on ways to decorate your ephemera. And as I said, let me know if you are the winner, whether you would like your ephemera plain to decorate yourself, whether you'd like me to decorate them, or whether you want a mix of the two. So let's get started. So perhaps the easiest way to decorate these kinds of bits of blank ephemera, and the cheapest way, is simply to colour them in using markers. So here I've just got a cheap Crayola super tip marker in red, and I can just colour my little heart in red. And because it's on craft card, it's still got kind of like a rustic look. If you prefer brighter colours, I can cut out shapes obviously on white card, and then it will colour in with a brighter colour. So just colour it in with your marker, and then if you want to add an edge, you can use a different colour marker. I've got a red here. I haven't got a red, I've got a brown. Okay, so there's our first piece of ephemera. That was nice and easy. So the next thing that you could do is take something like a metallic marker, and this is a Spectrum Noir metallic marker, but you can get lots of different brands. This is a double-ended one, and with your metallic marker you can just colour in. I'm getting my fingers in a bit of a mess. And now we have a nice coppery coloured little heart. What colour is that? Burnished copper, yeah. So that's a really easy way to get ephemera to match whatever it is that you're making. The next thing we could try is some gilding wax. So if I take one of my little cogs here, that would be a bit of a faff to colour in. But if I get some gilding wax, this one is by Pebeo, it is really metallic. I'm just going to use my finger. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I don't know what it is. Use a brush perhaps. I like getting messy, so I don't mind. And I just find it relaxing sometimes, just sitting making lots of different ephemera. And look how shiny that is now. And obviously you could use up what you've got left. I won't, because I'm just demonstrating. So that's one possibility. And of course you can use different colours of gilding wax if you've got different colours or want to get gilding wax. So let's just try it on another one. And this one is more of a coppery colour. Going to go straight up my fingernail. If you wonder why I often have such manky hands, now you know. Oh, my daughter offered to take me to have a manicure yesterday, and I was really tempted. I might next time she goes. And then I might have really pretty nails. So I've put this coppery colour on, which has gone up my fingernail. I wonder if you use like a little Q-tip or something. It would be better. And then I can take another colour. I've got a green one here. This is only a method for people who don't mind mess. And I could just add a little bit of green here and there. I really like gilding wax. It's really good if you're doing mixed media, which I do sometimes, but I'm not very good at it. And you've got this lovely, I wonder if it show better there, you've got this lovely sort of two-tone coloured cog. So that's another way in which you can decorate your ephemera. And then of course, one of my favourites, if you've watched my videos, you will know one of my favourites is using ink. So if you've got stamps and ink, so this is Distress Ink by Tim Holtz. And I'm showing you lots of different things. You don't need to do all these things, whichever appeals to you that you want to have a go at. And with Distress Ink, I just sort of distress around the edges. So with this little tag, just distress around the edges. If you want brighter colours, you can get brighter colours and use white card. I'll show you in a minute a little bit of Distress Ink on a brighter colour. So that's nice and dark around the edges now. and then I could, if I wanted to, I could stamp a sentiment on there. So I have these ones here. I think I've already done one that says memories. Let's see, what else have we got? Let's go with together or smile. No, together. If you're doing something with somebody and you want to put a little tag to remind you on your journaling page. Well, actually, I think I'll stamp it with black so it stands out a bit more. There we go. So we've got a little tag which says together, and you could write something like the date on the back. So that's a nice easy way to decorate your ephemera, just using your stamps and inks if you have those. And if you don't, but you like the rustic look, just buying a brown and a black, you can sort of do quite a lot with that. You don't need to have all the colours. Oh, it's just going to show you some distress ink on white card. So let's try change to a blue colour. Say we want a little blue flower. And I cut the shapes out. I can just colour it with my blue, like so. I think I've got a bit of gold on there off my fingers. And obviously that's going to come out a lot bluer than if I do it, if I show you the same ink on the craft card. Let's see how different they look. Doesn't show anywhere near as much. Still looks nice though, I think. Still got a sort of hint of blue to it. Okay, so if you like your ephemera in pretty colours, you might want me to cut them out in white card. If you like the more rustic look, you might prefer the craft, or you might like a mixture. So let me know. I'm just going to go around the edges of my little flowers before I call them done, because I always do that. So I'm just going to, I can't help myself, I've just got to rustic up this little blue flower a little bit. There we go. That looks really cool. And then this craft one. And of course you could stamp patterns on them, all kinds of different things, depends what you have. Okay, so I've got a little mixture of ephemera there. Now what shall we try? Let's try a little bit of embossing. That's always fun. So I'm going to just move that back a bit. And in order to emboss, we need a Versamagic stamp pad, which is a watermark stamp pad. It's sort of like glue, I guess. And what shall we emboss? Let's emboss one of these pretty frames. So I want to get lots and lots of the glue onto the frame. There we go, a bit more. I want to make sure it's sort of shiny all over with glue. There we go. And I always do it on a folded piece of paper so that I can catch my spare embossing powder. And let's go with this multicoloured one. So you just drop your embossing powder all over your thing that you're embossing. There we go. I'm just going to put my powder, I'm getting in a bit of a pickle here trying to keep in camera. I want to put my powder back in my pot. I just use a bit of printer paper to do that kind of messy job. And then with embossing powder you have to set it with a heat gun, and you can't use a hairdryer, that will just blow it all away. You do need a craft heat gun. I just like it because it's sort of a mixture of colours and quite rustic looking. I'm getting in more and more of a pickle. Okay, what else shall we do? Let's do some distress powder embossing, and this is a lovely orange colour. Shall I do another frame? So again, I'm just going to give it in glue. It wouldn't be quite this tricky if you're doing it yourself, because you wouldn't be trying to keep in the frame of a camera. that one out. So it's now got all the powder on it, which looks quite bright orange at the moment. Let's see what it looks like once we've heated it. So Tim Holtz does a whole range of these sort of, they're matte, not shiny, sort of distressed looking embossing powder. Where's my lid? I'm picking it up with tweezers because it's still hot. So do you see that one? It looks kind of like sandpaper. So we've got this sort of aged one, we've got this sandpapery one. We can make these lovely gilded, glossy, metallic looking things. We can do colours, we can do stamping. I think I'll stop there because otherwise the video will be really long, but I hope I've given you a sort of idea of different ways in which you could decorate this kind of blank ephemera. I just wanted to show you some of these effects close up to the camera. So that's that beautiful, excuse my hands, that's that beautiful antiquing effect bossing powder, which I really like that. I would like some more colours in that, something to go on my wish list. That's the sort of sandpapery, rustic Tim Holtz style embossing powder. This was the gilding wax in gold. And this one was the gilding wax sort of in copper and green. That looks really pretty. So if you win the giveaway, let me know whether you would like some ephemera which is just cut out and left ready for you to decorate, either in craft or in white, or whether you'd like me to decorate your ephemera. If you'd like me to decorate your ephemera, let me know whether you like rustic or whether you like bright colours. And in order to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is write a comment in the comments telling me that you would like to be entered and what you would use your passport size traveller's notebook for, because I'd be interested. I'm not going to be picking on the basis of the comments, it will just be a random pick. I'll put all the rules in the description and the date when this giveaway closes, when it will be drawn, and obviously once somebody's won it, I will mark the giveaway as closed. It will be open for a week. I will be picking the winner next Friday using a random method. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for contributing to me enjoying my YouTube hobby so much. I really appreciate all of you, and I will see you soon. Bye.